from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is the player ratings and a little review on the Arsenal versus Burnley performance, where Arsenal won 2-1 and beat Burnley in the end quite comfortably. And joining me is my boy Lee. Say hello to the people, Lee.
Good evening. Well, it's actually afternoon, isn't it? It's not evening yet.
Afternoon, yeah. Hasn't kicked into evening yet.
No, man. It's all good. Listen, it feels nice to get back-to-back wins, man. Back-to-back wins, back-to-back performances, and our strikers are on it at the moment. So it's all good, man. And Danny Ceballos, Jesus Christ.
Sauce is what I'm saying. Danny Sauce Ceballos. That's what you can say.
Yeah, man. I can't lie. He was, and he did get man of the match as well.
He did get man of the match, yeah. Which is helpful because he's in my fantasy football team. So I'm happy days for me. That's for damn sure.
I need to check mine out because I've got Aubameyang as I've got him as my captain. So that's double points.
Straight. He was my captain as well. But yeah. So let's go into the game. For those of you who are on my channel, can't imagine it's very many, but they have not seen the watch along that we did. Largely, it was a comfortable performance. I'm sure you guys would agree, especially the ones of you who did actually watch the game. We were pretty comfortable throughout. I do think Uber's finishing, and as TW has said in the chat, wasn't the greatest, but he did bag himself a goal. That's the good thing about having a top-level striker, that even when he misses and misses and misses, he'll still get his goal in the end. And that's what we ended up doing. We plugged away, battled away, and in the end, got the 3 points, and that's most important. What do you think, Lee?
Mate, it was professional. Yeah, we were solid, professional, not ruthless enough going forward, in my opinion. I think there was times where Monreal just hit the first man every time. Kovacic did it a couple of times when he came on. I think one was offside. Reece Nelson at times held on to the ball a little bit too much, and I hope his injury ain't bad. I thought he took his goal well. It was a shame it was offside from Monreal in the lead up to it, but what a finish that was. And the display from the defence, David Luiz, I thought was a great debut. Socrates, I thought played well, and then in midfield, Ceballos, Jesus, mate, that guy, wow, what a performance! And he capped it with 2 assists. Man of the match performance, and his reaction when we scored that second goal, it was like he'd scored the goal. So yeah, and then we bring the £72 million man on, and he started selling dreams, bruv. My man was literally...
You were in love with him from the get-go, weren't you?
I swear, I love him. And I love how salty people are that we love him, bruv, because he's our player, yeah? I just put somebody a minute ago put a gif up, yeah, of Pepe doing hey bro. I would show it, probably copyright, yeah, so I can't show it on the camera, yeah, but it's actually him getting the ball and nuts in the geezer, and he's just going like that, the bloke, like Ben Mee, he's been done, bruv. But yeah, I can't lie, I thought he was absolutely class when he came on. Probably should have had a goal or set up Aubameyang a little bit better, but you can see that he's got raw talent, man. That guy is going to be a brilliant player for us in this season and going forward into next. So yeah, all in all, I'm over the moon, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing. So this might come off my face anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually really excited for the season. Like, I'm really excited for once to be an Arsenal fan. And yeah, people will say, yeah, well, that will come crushing down next week. You play Liverpool. But to me, all I want against Liverpool, obviously I want 3 points. Obviously I want a good performance. But all I want more than anything is just fight. Just fight. Just show you are about this life. And if they, in the end, win and beat us, no problem. I can take it. You know, they're an amazing team. They won the Champions League, for fuck's sake. So, you know, it is what it is. But I just want us to put a little bit of a battle up. That's my only thing.
Well, the thing is, right, what are these people going to say next week if we beat Liverpool?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Let's suppose we go there and we actually get a win. Then what? What are people saying then? oh, this is flimsy Arsenal. This is they can't defend. Yeah, blah blah blah. Well, the last 2 games we have defended. The goal today was pure shit. Let's be real, but you can't fault anyone for that. It weren't an individual error. It was more luck than anything, yeah, because it took a deflection to go to him, which then put Leno on the deck because he was diving, and then Guendouzi's gone to get the ball, and as he's gone to get the ball, it's bounced off Ashley Barnes as he's flicked his leg at it, and it's like, it was just a shit goal from a shit team, and mate,
a freak occurrence.
Yeah, I hope they get relegated. I said that on stream. I can't wait. I want them gone. Go and play against Stoke. That's about your level. all this high ball physicality. It's like, mate, seriously, are you that rubbish that you have to play like that? Yeah, they've got players in their team that can play football. So why are they just hoofing it up to Ashley Barnes? Like, come on, man, Ashley Barnes. And then they bring on the B-Tech Andy Carroll to try and mash us up some more. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, have a little bit of flair with it, mate. If you're watching Burnley week in, week out, listen, I feel sorry for you, man. I feel sorry for you. People are actually paying actual real pound sterling to go and watch that week in, week out. Jesus Christ, mate.
Oh, man.
Dead football team, man.
We've obviously touched a little bit about some of our kind of full debutants. So we talked a little bit about Pepe, talked about Ceballos. How did you think David Luiz did?
I thought he was superb. I thought he was. Yeah. I wouldn't say he was a 10 out of 10 or anything like that, but he actually did really well. He actually impressed me, if I'm being honest. There was that moment where he had the chance and he tried to pass it back to Aubameyang, that we were both like, "What are you doing? Hit it!" That wound me up.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, defensively, I thought he was solid, absolutely solid. And him and Socrates as a pair together today, they stood up to that physical side of it. And it was, I suppose, it was a masterstroke from the manager to pick him, because we all sat here and said Chambers should have started, and keep the winning back line, the clean sheet back line that played the other day. But I thought that he was composed, he was cool. There was that instance in the second half where he headed it back over our own bar rather than putting us in danger and turning on the ball and letting it drop. He just went, no, clearing the lines. So yeah, I thought he was really good, mate. I can't lie. I thought he was the best out of the two. I think he was better than Socrates today.
Now I'm going to give you a chance to reply, because I've seen this comment pop up.
Actually, if you're going to,
someone would call you out on it.
Delhi. If you're going to quote me, I didn't say I didn't rate him. Yeah, what I said is he's a good player. Can he cut it in the Premier League? Yeah, now
which to be fair is true.
Yeah, the physical side of it, can he do it in the Premier League? Is what I said. Yeah,
I was more confident than him.
Yeah, you will
point that out.
Yeah, I said that is because he comes from a league where you literally breathe on him and it's a foul. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. Today and Newcastle last Sunday, he's been getting stuck in, man. So he shocked me because I didn't think he had that in his game. Because when you see him in Spain, it's just like they dominate possession, they dominate the ball. Literally, like I said, free kick. Over here, it's a different ball game, and we don't always dominate possession. So yeah, I'm kind of impressed with how he started today. He was superb, man. Like, anyone who enjoys football, that is why. Yeah, that is why. Watching somebody's performance like that, literally just grabbing hold of a midfield and going, nah, today it's all about us. Yeah, I'm going to single-handedly drag this team forward. Yeah, and his reaction, like I said, for the second goal, where he won the tackle, it went to Aubameyang. Aubameyang did the rest. For me, that was the highlight of his game. That was the highlight of his match. I thought he was superb, mate. But listen, it is only early days, so I ain't going to get my knickers in a twist and get all moist over it. Do you know what I mean? Let's see if this carries on, because we see this with Torreira, and then after Christmas he faded massively. So let's just hang fire. But as it stands, he started off great.
It's funny because TW thinks Chambers fits better. I like the idea of all three, to be fair, because I think all three bring something a little bit different. And I think once Holding is up to speed, I'd probably knock Socrates out and put Holding in To be fair, that will be interesting when Holding's up to pace, and then it'll be even more interesting when Saliba comes in next year. It's like, fucking hell, who do we play?
All the stuff with the centre backs, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no starting place for Mustafi then.
No chance, mate. No chance. No chance. Majid brings this up, and I agree with him. I do think his awareness should have been a little bit better. Catch that,
harsh, man. I think that's harsh.
I don't know. It will reflect slightly in my mark. I'll give you guys a head.
I think that's harsh because it took a deflection to go to Ashley Barnes. Yeah, there's that deflection, man. Yeah. Even Leno didn't read it. Why? That's why he was on the deck.
True. And the only other thing I'll say in defense of him, to be fair, is it will take him some time to get used to our system and how high we do play. So you are right in the sense that it would be a bit harsh to overdo it too much with Luiz. I take David Luiz over Cost any day. Amen to that.
Hey, mate, I'll
say that now.
Like I said before, once upon a time,
I'll take Leo over
Sheets, bruv.
Unique's in the house. Big up to you, Unique. I'm going to get on with the march very, very shortly. Quickly just say hello to everyone. Oh, thank you, Gritty, and I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Sean Rice came, 911. Oh, gosh, that's a real that's a real aggressive message. All right, let's get on with these Go on.
I'm in today, man. You keep freezing. I don't know what's going on with your internet today, bruv, but you're proper lagging.
I don't know. It's a bit of a worry. I don't know. Funny enough, I was going to say you're lagging.
Yeah.
I was going to say that now, yeah. Because I haven't, it's not even like, sometimes I lag if I'm loading a website, but I'm not even doing it. Like, nothing's happening. So, I don't know what's about. Socrates is a bit average now. Oh, wow. Okay. Right, let's get on with the marks out of 10. Let's do this too. This is a nice comment. Look at that. That's sweet. That's so sweet. Look at that. All right, let's get on with it. Leno, out of 10. Do you want to mark Leno?
Yeah. I'll do the goalkeeper, the back four, and Ceballos.
Yeah, you usually do man of the match, don't you?
As much as I'd love to do Pepe's mark, I'm saving that for my channel.
All right, cool.
But yeah, last week I had to do Willett because he was man of the match. Bro, this week, no, we'll make that a running theme. I'll do man of the match every week. Yeah, plus the back.
All right. So
Leno can't be faulted for the goal. Winds me up that he starts kicking that sideways goal kick, mate. Seriously, we said this at Newcastle last week. What is that all about? Yeah, literally, like you were putting pressure on your two centre backs standing outside the 6-yard box. As soon as you kick the ball to them, you've got two strikers in the box. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, but then we see why, because he can't kick. We see that in the second half. Yeah, but I don't think he had a fantastic game. I think he had a good game. Yeah, I don't like the fact he was punching instead of punching. I don't like that. Keep the ball. Just grab the ball, go down. But I will say the absolute shithousery he did with Torreira right near the end of the game. Yeah, killed about 2 minutes of the game. So for that alone, it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm with you because I noticed that, and someone else has done it in the chat as well. They gave, in fact, it's TW. They gave Leno a 9 because he doesn't do anything wrong. I don't think you deserve a 9 for that necessarily. But I know that's almost like the AFTV way of marketing. That's not the way I do it. Me personally, I think that he was solid, was tidy. I do think he punches too much, but I think that's just the European style.
Yeah, the compliment.
And like you said, I like the shithousery. I think in the end, there was only one thing that he did. I was like, "What are you doing?" And that was when he flapped at that chance.
Yeah,
because I was just like, "Where are you going, mate? Like, where are you going?" But other than that, I actually thought he was good, and I'll give him a 7. I think 7 is a reasonable mark for me.
Yeah, man.
And like you say, and like Raymond says, let's mix up the passing from the back already. Kick it out a little bit more sometimes. Don't always resort to that. Okay. Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Maitland-Niles. It's a hard one, man, because I thought his crossing was poor. Yeah, I thought his crossing was poor today. I think that he tried hard. Don't get me wrong. He tried really hard. I thought defensively he was quite good. But going forward, I thought he was quite poor. And I wouldn't say he'd done a great deal wrong, but he didn't do a great deal fantastically well either. I'll just give him a straight 6, man.
Yeah, agreed. I think his crossing was poor. I don't think he was necessarily a defensive liability. I think he was okay without being. I think he always provided an outlet for Uber whenever he needed it. But other than that, there was nothing particularly exciting. It was definitely a drop off from what he did last week.
Oh, so, definitely. Yeah, last week he was class, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a bit tired. Maybe he was a little bit tired.
Maybe. I find with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he does that. He has like a really poor game, an amazing game, and an okay game. It tends to be in that sort of pattern.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. So I hope the poor game ain't going to be Liverpool, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'll give him a 6. David Luiz.
David Luiz. I am going to give an 8. I'm going to give
8.
Yeah, the reason I'm giving him an 8 is because I thought that he marshalled that back line. I thought he was better than Socrates. I thought he was better than Maitland-Niles, better than Monreal. Obviously, we'll come on to their marks in a minute, but I'll give him an 8. I think that at times, like you were harsh when you said that goal was that goal he could have done better. That took a deflection, man. Yeah, for me, his passing out was decent. He was cool. He was casual. I think that there was I can't remember. I think it was Ashley Barnes in the first half. He just went straight into him, shoulder barged him straight off the ball. It was like, yeah, fucking move, bruv. Yeah, and then marched off with the ball. Like I said, when we needed it at the end, he didn't take no risks. He just headed it straight over our own bar for another corner in the last minute. And it was a professional performance, man. And listen, it's his home debut. It's his actual debut. And it was at home in front of 60,000 people. So, I think he's done really well. 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to give him a 7. I think he did well. I do think he did well. Had a good debut. I still think, I think he did well. I'm not going to oversell it in the sense, not saying necessarily you are, but I think there's more to come from him. I don't think we saw everything. And I think he did enough. What impressed me more than anything about him, actually, was his leadership today. Because I hadn't really obviously seen that at Chelsea. But actually, no, I saw that today. He was really trying to rally the troops, lead that back line as much as possible. The communication was constant, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I love that type of stuff in defenders. So, yeah, for me, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Socrates, I'll give him a 6. I thought he was good without being spectacular. I think he did his job. I think he did good enough. And I just thought he supported Luiz good enough. I still also think he could have helped out a little bit with the goal himself, looking back at the goal. But other than that, I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Well, I'm going to rate him 7. Let me write that down before I forget all of these. I'm going to give him
for your own one, right?
Yeah. I've got, because otherwise I'll go on my stream and just be like different marks because I can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Listen, I thought he handled them pretty well aerially. I thought that he stood up to the physical side. We know he's about that life anyway. And the only thing I'll say about him is that at times he's out of position, like well out of position. Yeah, like you see the back line stood there, and he's like Mustafi. Yeah, I'm not saying he's as bad as Mustafi, but he's so far out of position. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, bruv? Yeah, and he done that a couple of times today, but in the end, he recovered pretty well. I'd say that he done all right. It weren't nothing fantastic, but I'd say that he was better than Maitland-Niles today, which is why I'm going to give him a 7.
Do you know what I think Socrates is? And this might be harsh to say because I think he's slightly younger than Luis. I think he is essentially a backup version of Luis. I think Luis is a better technical footballer, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about that kind of physicality. When we have all of our defenders, I mean, Saliba, Holding, Chambers, I don't see Socrates getting a game. And
I don't know. It depends because Rob Holding, you never know how he's going to come back from injury, innit?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Do you know what I'm saying? Rush him in and force him to start games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Saliba will take some time to get up and running. Yeah. But I think, assuming they come back and Saliba hits the ground running, and for 27 million, they're going to have to. They'll be under pressure to play him pretty quickly, and then Holding, I think, will have ambitions to really start to play back-to-back games. I would say at the start of next year, he'll be really expecting to start games. So, what I just like our defense being in a healthy position. We don't have one guy in Koscielny who is clumsy and gives us penalties away. And then we have another guy, Mustafi, who is just panic-driven. And I said this on your channel, nothing infects a defense more than panic. And the one thing I do like about Luis is he's very calm, he's very composed, and just gets on with the job. And actually, I think Chambers is very much calm, composed. And I think eventually Socrates, because he's spent the season defending with Mustafi, it's going to take him some time to also learn that side of that game as well. So, yeah, I agree.
Exactly. He's obviously partnered Mustafi all seasons, mocked up his mistakes. So now he's got a different partner there that's more capable, better on the ball, and not a slide into floor kind of defender. He's going to get better, I think.
Yeah, agreed. Let's talk about Nacho Monreal.
Oh, this geezer. He infuriated the fucking life out of me today, man. And you know what? It's something that he's normally great on. Is crossing into the box normally on point, bruv, yeah? Right?
Can this all age, or is he just deteriorating?
He's done. He's done. Get rid. I said this all summer. Get rid. Get rid. Listen, his crossing into the box is shocking. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing today, but it weren't good enough. And for me, I think he's been our most consistent player since we signed him. Yeah, he's been decent for us. I think he's been a very good player for us in a shit team. Let's be real. Yeah, but you know, he's come up with some big goals at big times as well for Arsenal. And yeah, man, I think that ship sailed now. I think he's done. I won't say that he was the reason why we conceded or anything like that, or why they were getting attacks in and stuff like that, because it weren't. It was, you know, I'm not saying he was shit today, but going forward, he was dead. Backwards, he was good. We know he's a good defender. Yeah, but going forwards, I don't think he's anywhere near good enough for us anymore, man. I'd ship him out. What am I going to give him in terms of rating? God, that's a good question. What should I give him?
It's hard, that one. It is hard because I agree with everything you've said so far.
Listen, if I give Maitland-Niles a 6, I'd say about the same. Their crossing was both crap. Yeah, defensively they got right. Yeah, but going forward, they weren't on it today, man. I'm not saying they had bad games or anything like that, because I think they were all right. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for me. Yeah,
I think a 6 is right. Because I was going to say 5, and then I was thinking, gosh, was he the worst in our team? I was like, I don't know if I'd go as far as that. To me, he was about as effective as Ainsley Maitland-Niles was. I thought both defensively were pretty good. Attacking-wise, the crossing just wasn't on point. Ainsley kept overcooking the crosses, and then Monreal couldn't beat the first guy. It was just like, oh, come on, guys. Between you should be able to cross by now. So, yeah, I think 6 is about right to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. My boy.
Let's go with the bad boy, the sauce. Let's go, Danny. Danny, the sauce, Ceballos.
This don't happen often, yeah. Right, so brace yourselves. Game 2 of the season, 10 out of 10. Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10. Wow. 10 out of 10. People can sit there and love 10 out of fucking 10. That is what I've wanted to see from Mesut Ozil for fucking 6 years, bruv. When was the last time my man done that? Yeah? Dictated.
It has to be said.
Drove the team forward. Yeah? Bullied the midfielders. And they're not easy to bully them, but Burnley midfielders, yeah? Bullied them midfielders. Got his foot in. Passing was fucking on point. My man's got 4 players round him, yeah? Just spins on a halfpence and gets clattered every time. Gets up and goes, yeah? I'm going to do you again in a minute. Yeah? Set up 2 goals. Had a couple of decent efforts at goal. Absolute joy to watch him today. 10 out of 10. All ends up, bruv. I don't need to say no more. My man's holding the man of the match honour.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I wanted to give him a 9, but actually he deserves a 10. Everything he did, I thought, was fantastic. He put himself about. He controlled that midfield. He tackled well. The passing was fantastic. The only thing I remember that I didn't like from him so much was the free kicks. I wanted them to be a little bit crisper. So I still don't want to give him
some of them free kicks he whipped into that box were mad.
I overrule myself. It's going to be... Look at this comment. But yeah, I just thought he was just sauce. Like, I know Marble says, hey, realistically, he was probably a 9, but I don't know. Damn, I'm giving him a 10.
10 out of 10.
I'll give him a 10. I thought he was... I'm very excited for him. And I knew he'd be good. I knew he would be good. I knew he would be. Brandon, I just said I'd give him a 10. I can critique and still give him a... Like, my gosh, I think people expect me to be sucking dick while I review. I could critique and still give him a 10 out of 10. Come on, guys. Anyway, right, so you're...
now. Huh? I said, you're on that hype train right now. You ain't even had a beer yet.
I'm gonna watching out for these damn comments. Like, anyway, and Brandon's usually cool. I don't know why he's on a hype today. Anyway, let's go with Guendouzi. I liked Guendouzi throughout our watch along. He was getting shit on, and I have no really idea why.
The thing is because most of the people that shit on him knock their fucking one out over Granit fucking Xhaka. Yeah, that geezer's got more talent, yeah, than Granit Xhaka. Simple as that. I'm sorry, yes. Granit Xhaka's a dead footballer, one-dimensional. He's got the Hollywood pass once every 10 fucking times. Yeah, that might score a free kick.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's a reason Guendouzi played 47 times last season and has played both games this season. There's a reason for that. And that is because the manager realises he's a fucking top player. Yeah? So it don't really matter that people in the chat and all that don't rate him. The fucking manager does, and I trust this manager.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I honestly, I thought the last 2 games, I've been happy with Guendouzi's performance because
I thought he was better. I thought he was better.
My worry with him has always been sometimes I think he just loses concentration and he just passes the ball without necessarily looking at where he's passing to. And that used to piss me off about his game. Whereas I think this season so far, I have to put that so far, I actually think it's been a lot tidier and a lot cleaner. And I like that. If you can build from there, I think we've got a top player in our hands. And I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he was fine today. I thought there was no issues whatsoever. 7 out of 10.
I think that's right. I'm not going to say what I think.
I know you think that's harsh already. I know what, bruv. Before I even put the mark up, I knew you were going to say that. Don't even get into it.
No, I rate him, yeah, but that's not going to blind my judgment. If they're shit, they're shit. Yeah? As simple as that. If they're good, that's hard. That's hard.
You got to be sauce, bro. You got to be Salaba sauce, bro. This ain't AFTV out here, bro. I rate as I see it, not as I hope they will be. So yeah. Going back to Sayabos, I forgot. Unique 79 had a question, and that was he wanted to ask you specifically, Lee. Do you think what will it take to convince Real Madrid to part with Dani Ceballos?
Spurs selling Eriksen, or giving them Eriksen because he's on a year left, isn't he?
Or hoping they buy Pogba or something.
Yeah, he's in the last year of his contract. So if he goes to Madrid, I think Ceballos will be coming here.
Oh, I hope so.
40 million away, that's all on.
I hope so. Because I think he's...
The problem is, by the end of the season, he might be worth 84 fucking 4 million.
That's what I'm saying. We have to break the bank again. Oh, no. Right, no, I think... And listen, I know a lot of people say Madrid won't sell him. Madrid weren't going to sell... who's that midfielder Chelsea bought? Kovacic. They weren't going to sell him. And in the end, Chelsea... Because they didn't have an agreement, a buyback clause... but Chelsea agreed something and they bought him. So, fair play. Right. Let's talk about Willock. I thought if Willock was an 8 or a 9 last week, I thought he was a 6 this week. I thought he was still energetic, still full of running, still put himself about. But to me, I think faded heavily towards the end.
Yeah, massively. I'm surprised he stayed on, if I'm being honest.
I was surprised he stayed on as well, I must admit. But I'm really hopeful for Willock because I think all of this is a learning curve. I do agree with the fact that we should be giving him more game time. So yeah, I'm happy with Willock. 6 out of 10 for me. I'm more than happy with that. What about you? I know you're not going to mark him, but what do you think?
I can't really disagree. I thought he was the worst of the midfielders in terms of central midfield. I thought he was the worst. Just didn't look on it. I think he put a lot into last week. He tried hard. Don't get me wrong. He was trying to get all over the place, but yeah, I'm shocked he stayed on, if I'm being honest. But it didn't really matter, and it's 90 minutes under his belt now, which are hopefully mean that he starts against Liverpool. But we're going to need that Newcastle Joe Willock against Liverpool, not the Burnley Joe Willock. Yeah,
100%. I agree, because we need everyone disciplined and on point. I know some people think he played a 7. I'm going to go 6. Reece Nelson. I know you're not going to mark him, but I want to know what you think because we haven't really spoken about him.
I thought he was in the game, in and out of it. I thought he played well in fits and bursts, but a bit like Willock. You know, I don't know, man. I just think that, well, listen, don't get me wrong, that finish he did, mate, yeah, for the goal that was disallowed, boom, what a finish, bruv. Yeah, but obviously it was offside. But I don't know, like, other than that, I just think that he didn't have his best game. And I wanted him to have the best game because I rate him so highly. Yeah, and I'm really willing him on. But for me, he's not taking his chance right now. Yeah, Newcastle, I was a little bit underwhelmed. Today, I was a little bit underwhelmed. And that's not saying he had a shit game. It's just he didn't really stand out. Yeah, whereas Joe Willock has stood out. Yeah, and they're both on the same level in terms of ability and stuff like that. But Willock's grabbing his chance. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't kind of look like me as if Reece is doing that. And it's sad because I want him to, and I hope that we don't loan him out. But he needs to step it up quick, and it'll be interesting to see if he starts against Liverpool next week because he started both the first 2 games, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm with you actually. I am a little underwhelmed. I thought Reece would say, "All right, I'm back at the club I love. I'm going to kick on now." And honestly, this might be controversial. There are still 2 weeks left of the transfer window. I might loan him again, to be honest, because I'm not seeing enough in his game where I think, yeah, you should stay. I'm not seeing enough.
I agree.
So yeah, it's a difficult one with Reece. I want him to do well so badly, but yeah, I am a little underwhelmed. And honestly, I agree with TW's rating. That's why I've highlighted it. I'd go with 5. Yeah, just he was the only player on the pitch today where I just thought, like I could see you're trying, but that's literally it. I stopped playing him on the left. I'd play him on the right. And
yeah,
see
why why is he on the left? I don't get
that either. We're not helping him. Yeah, we're not helping him. So yeah, I'd say a 5. I want him to do well though. I want him to do well. Let's go with Aubameyang. Goal scorer Aubameyang got the winner in the end. I had a lot of chances to get it. I thought in the first half he did better. He did really try and drive the defense back with his runs. Excuse me. He was really liking the runs he was making down the right-hand side. Had a lot of chances, though. A lot of chances.
Yeah, he did. He didn't take them either.
Yeah, should have put away a lot more of them than he did. I think with Aubameyang, he did score a banger. I did like his goal in the end. Shall I give him a 7? I'll give him a 7. Give him a 7.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think about Aubameyang's performance?
I think that he was clumsy in the first half with a couple of balls. The one from David Luiz, what a pinpoint pass that was, and his first touch was shocking. If he had took that first touch properly, he would have been clean through on goal and probably scored. His goal was unbelievable. What a finish. We see that kind of goal we've seen him do quite a few times where he just gets the ball, gallops away. And like I said, when he's gliding across the pitch and he's in full flow, what a joy to watch, mate. Yeah, because he literally skips past people for fun. I don't know, man. I don't think he was great, but he tried. And that's all you want to see from him. And I think I'm not going to tell you my rating, but I think he was all right. I wouldn't say he was fantastic, but his goal...
I wouldn't say fantastic, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, his goal killed the game.
Was a bang.
And that's what you pay £60 million for, yeah?
Yeah.
2 weeks running, that guy, his goals have killed the game. And
yes,
whether you rate him and whether you think he's dead or whether you think he's that great or whatever, and listen, I've been critical of him a lot, especially away from home, yeah, where he disappears a lot. Even though he scored a lot of away goals, he disappears a lot too, yeah, and I've been critical of him. And I've even said that we should have sold him to bring in other players and stuff like that. But looking at it now, when you actually see him, sometimes he don't look like he's in the game and then bang. And that is why you pay the big bucks to the big players, mate. Yeah, he turned that game and he killed that game off, because other than that, we wouldn't have won that game today. So I'm going to give him an all right rating.
Yeah. An all right rating. And for me, I think, the reason Lee and I appreciate this, because, give us an Aubameyang who doesn't do... Although I don't even think it's fair to say he didn't do much. He did all right today. It's just, you pay 60 million for a striker to score goals. He does that, rather than a Juru who works hard and doesn't score shit for 4 months. That I'd rather this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
That situation. So not a problem. Aubameyang. Is he deserving of a new contract for you?
All day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day
So
long. Sign him up. I think him and Lacazette have actually signed, if I'm being completely honest.
I think it's more. I think it's been agreed rather than signed. But yeah. Okay, a Lacazette.
Mate, Lacazette, what a goal, bruv. Bruv. Jesus Christ. My man don't take any prisoners, bruv, yeah? He's literally on the fucking floor doing the fucking doing the little fish being hooked in, and he's like
I'm gonna give you a chance to respond to a critical message in a minute. Go on.
I love critics, bro. Bring it. I feed off of them.
All right, here we go.
You smoking. Right, listen, before anyone starts coming with that smoke, right? Everybody was telling me in the summer, oh, we've only got £40 million. Only 40 million. Well, if that was the case, we sell Aubameyang to get more money, innit? Yeah?
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not like Lee put him on the chopping block. All Lee said was, if it comes down to getting 75 million, then you'd sell him.
Take it.
But he says that if it's a case of keeping him. Of course, who in their right mind ain't going to keep a player that just got a golden boot?
This football club, yeah. But if it was a case of we've only got 40 million, which I knew was bollocks, but a lot of people were telling me I chat shit and I don't know what I'm talking about, even though I told it 6 months ago on my channel, yeah. And the video's still there, 50k views on it, right? If it was a case of 40 million pounds, that's literally all we had, yeah. And somebody comes in with 70 odd million for Aubameyang, boy, you sell Aubameyang, done, yeah. If it was a case of keep Aubameyang and we go and do 140 million, which is what we done, of course I'm not. Come on, Jesus,
I know people hold people to words on the internet. So that's why I always, not like I'm calling you out.
Twist your words, though, man. Some people, that guy didn't. Big up Daniel, he didn't. But some people do, man. They twist your words.
Yeah. So I thought I'd give you an opportunity to respond. Lacazette, I thought it was a banger of a goal. I thought I could see why he was taken off in the end.
He was shattered, man. I can't lie. He was absolutely shattered.
Yeah. But that's understandable. I think that was his first 60 minutes of the season. So, in fact, it was his first game of the season. So, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with his contribution. Another one who I think deserves a new contract. And, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. And I'll give him I'm tempted to give him an 8 because I really liked how hard he worked and he got himself a goal. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Yeah. Let's quickly just come on to the subs. I know you want to talk about him. Nicholas Sauce. The hot sauce. Pepe.
My guy.
My
guy was fucking sending Ben Mee back to fucking Burnley, bruv. Yeah? Did you see the reaction of Ben Mee when he got fucking run over, bruv? He's like, do you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember, right, when Danny Mills was in the corner flag for Leeds United and Henry nicked the ball, dragged it back and flicked it through his legs? Do you remember that? Nutsed him. And he stood there and he was like, oh, yeah, that was what Pepe done to my man today, bruv, yeah? It was mad, yeah? And I can't lie, right? He came on, although he didn't score a goal, I thought he was superb. Yeah, every time he got the ball, you could sense the lift. We were excited. Just as soon as he got the ball, we were like, oh my God, Pepe's got the ball. Come on, bruv. Yeah, and that is what a record signing does for you, bruv. Yeah, it's like, it just gets you buzzed up. And listen, that guy nutmegged about 4 players today, man. He was on the pitch, 45 minutes? Yeah, literally.
You could see his quality.
I told you, this guy can nutmeg people for fun. And not just one, he'll go 2, 3, 4 in a row. Yeah, I've seen all the highlight reels. I've seen the lot, yeah. My man literally takes the wholesale piss. Yeah, and I don't think even he knows what he's going to do half the time, right? But I'm going to come to that in a minute. I watched the whole thing a minute ago. So good question, George. But yeah, I think, mate, I'm so excited. We got Pepe, Salt and Pepe, baby. Yeah, Salt and Pepe. I'd start him against Liverpool, bro. Fuck them, man.
Yeah, I would as well. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's ready now. He coped with Burnley. I think Burnley was a good test in the sense that I don't think Emre would have necessarily given Pepe 45 minutes, but I think because of Reece Nelson's knock, he was almost forced to give him more time. And I thought he coped with the physical battle well. Like you say, took a couple of souls, like his name was The Undertaker, and sold dreams like a salesman. And I think he will only get better and better and better. And I'll give Nicolas Pepe a 7 out of 10. For a substitute appearance, I don't think that's bad, to be honest. So, yeah. Who was the other subs?
Torreira.
Torreira came on a bit late.
Didn't really have a great deal of time, did he, really?
Yeah. I'll just say I'm marked for that.
Fives.
And who else?
Who was the other sub? Oh, we're going to have to Google this shit, bruv.
Oh, Kolasinac.
Yes, Kolasinac. How did we forget with his stupid hair?
Yeah, I don't even really remember him in the game. He went on one run, and that, as per usual, didn't show any composure.
Yeah, kicked his right into the first man and ended up being offside.
The guy, honestly, is such a basic. Honestly, roll on Tierney. Between Nacho Monreal and Kolasinac, we are struggling. Kieran, I need you.
Tell me about it, mate. I can't wait for Tierney to make his debut, bro. We're going to have a proper left back who can defend in a 3, in a 5, in a fucking 10, in a whatever you want, and can cross the fucking ball and can score a goal. Yeah, we're going to have a proper left back. So yeah, man, I'm buzzing for Tierney. What about Emery?
Emery for me. Hold on, Rebecca. Just because you've asked this question a couple of times. Would you win against City or Liverpool? Random question. I think we got more chance against Liverpool because they're a worse team. City are the better team.
City will win the league again. They're too good.
Yeah. What do I think of VP review about his departure? RVP. We'll come on to that. We'll come on.
We'll come on to that in a sec.
You mean RVP, Ramon? I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll come on. We said VP. I was like, VP's leaving. That was all I kept thinking. What was I going to say? Emery, I thought he was brave. For me alone, the Chambers and Luiz decision was a fantastic one. I think I liked his selection today. I don't see many people moaning about his selection. I think it was strong. Sure. I did think holding Pepe back was the right thing. Me and Ola said that on our preview yesterday. I think I would go as far as to give Emery an 8. I thought he did well.
Okay. We marking the fans?
The fans, I didn't hear them.
Yeah, fuck the fans.
So I assume they were great. So
same. Man.
All right. Quick comments about this RVP thing, because I know people want to know. You might do a video on this later, so I know you won't want to.
No, it's cool, man. No, it's cool. I'm just going to do my player ratings on my channel, so I'm going to give you all of my ratings rather than the backline. I'm going to do that as soon as we've done on here, yeah? But I watched that whole Van Persie thing on BT Sport, and basically he said that Arsenal never offered him a new contract, yeah? And he said that he had 3 choices. One of them was in Europe, and that got taken away very quickly. Delhi, man. That got taken away very quickly. So it was a case of either Man City or Man United. He said that he had constant dialect with Wenger and Gazidis, and and that
I need to throw you. We don't know the answer to that question. We don't know.
And basically that he had constant dialect with Gazidis and Wenger, and they never offered him a new deal. They knew his terms. They knew he wanted us to compete, and his family were happy, his kids were happy, and if we had offered him a new deal, it was saying he'd definitely consider. In the end, he chose to go Man United. Yeah. Now, what you've got to ask yourself is, as an Arsenal fan, this is your top goal scorer, your best player, the guy who single-handedly dragged you into the top 4, and you ain't offered him a new deal. Yeah. You ain't offered him a new deal. You've let him walk out to Man United without offering him a new deal. Yeah? Thank fuck them people are not at this football club anymore, because they have drove this football club into the fucking gutter for too long. Yeah? And we're still
all of them. Not even just Wenger and Gazidis, all of them. Dick Law,
all of them. Yeah, I'm not just blaming Dick Law's involved in that. Fucking all the ball. Yeah? Fucking, even the fucking owner. Yeah? All of them. Yeah? All of them. But at the end of the day, them 2 people had more control over that football club than anybody, including the owner, because the owner don't give a fuck. We know this, yeah? And why would he, with no football knowledge, not trust somebody who's been in the game 35 years? Yeah? Why would he not trust that guy? Why would he not trust Gazidis, who's been in the game over fucking 20 years? Yeah? Why would he not trust him? So I get why the owner let them do what they were doing, but at the same time, fucking Van Persie, bruv. Yeah, my man scored 30-odd fucking goals. I think when they were reading his stats out, I think it was 45 goals in 52 games or something stupid. Yeah, 47 goals in 50. Mate, you've not offered that guy a contract. You've just gone, cool, we'll take £24 million. Off you go to our fucking rival. See ya. Yeah, and Joe Cole said it right. Yeah, he said that started the massive decline of Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, it weren't the Nasri, it weren't the Fabregas, it was the Van Persie, bro. Because when you take them fucking figures out of that team, yeah, your club's dead. It's as simple as that. It is dead. You have just sold your best fucking striker, your best player, yeah? And Van Persie was a legend, so shut the fuck up, bruv. Are you thick? Genuinely, are you a retard? Am I not sitting here bigging up Van Persie?
I don't know if he's talking to you.
You're a fucking retard, bruv.
I don't know if he's talking to you, to be fair.
I don't know. If he is, jog him on, man. Seriously. Jesus Christ, what's the matter with these people?
There might be someone else in the chat room. I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah, well, if it is, then I apologise. But if not, jog him on. Yeah, Van Persie, right? Van Persie, and even that question there, yeah, that statement there. Sanchez and Van Persie, yeah. Fuck the old regime. We're on the new regime now. Yeah, it's as simple as that. That shit will not happen under this new regime, right? Because them two men, and I fully blame them two men. I say fully. I'd say 90% of the blame goes to them two. Yeah, they're no longer at the club, right? And I'm talking about Gazidis and Wenger when I say this. Yeah, right? They're no longer at this football club, right? And they have got a lot to fucking answer for to this day, bruv. To this fucking day. We are shafted because of their fuck ups. Mustafi, Ozil, Xhaka, yeah? I could continue. Mkhitaryan, Alexis Sanchez, Robin Van Persie, not taking Cesc Fabregas back. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Selling Adi Bayor, telling him you're going in the reserves or we're selling you. The fuck? My man scored 30 goals. You're going in the reserves. What are you on? Do you know what I'm saying? All this, we've got to pay the stadium off. Bollocks. The stadium's £20 million a year until 2031. Fact. Yeah? So the stadium is 1/5 of our annual revenue stream for gate receipts. And we're selling all of these players off. Come on, bruv. Anyway, Romeo done. Ran over. It's a happy day. It's a happy day. We're top of the league, baby.
I'm not going to add to that. I'll let Eli have the floor with that. And somebody asked this question.
Yeah, that's the fourth.
That's the fourth. Oh boy, that means our watch along is going to be interesting.
In an hour's time, we're doing a watch along for the City game. So I need to slow down. I need to eat. Actually, I need to have some grub.
Yeah, I have something to eat. When's the game? 5:30.
Yeah, man.
Cool. So yeah, do catch us on Lee's channel if you haven't already subscribed. Please do subscribe to Lee's channel. Also, subscribe to mine. There's 140 people watching. Please do subscribe. Crush the like button. 140 while matches are going on. It's not bad, actually. Not bad. So, yes, thank you so much for that. Predictions for the City game. Yeah, let's take it out on that. Predictions for the Man City Spurs game.
There's no way I'm predicting Tottenham to win fuck all, mate. So let's hope City.
I don't care how much better team they are.
Yeah, listen, Man City, Sterling's on fire, and I fully claim the victory for this as well, right? When Sterling signed for Man City, I fully said as well, Pep Guardiola will turn him into a world-class winger. Yeah? Lo and behold, he's now the best winger in the league. That's my opinion. I think he is the best winger in the league. You can throw Salah at me, you can throw Mane at me. For me, Sterling's the best winger in the league.
You might want to explain to this geezer why you weren't under the game. I thought Lee made it pretty clear.
People that miss it. So back again, the season ticket guy I was getting my season ticket off of decided to let me down at the 11th hour and flog it to someone else. So, yep, I'm now sat here doing live stream. So if I can get tickets, then I will. I don't normally have an issue getting tickets, but since Wenger's been potted, it has been hard. Yeah, I can't lie. It has been hard to get tickets, especially away games.
He's a sellout today, bro, apparently.
Yeah, mate, I'm telling you. It's not easy to get tickets now they've gone. And if you noticed, yeah, towards the end of the game, there ain't that mass exodus with 10 minutes to go. Everyone stays to the end.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Which in itself shows that there must be something. There must be an improvement. There must be a change. For those people who are Emre outs and nothing's changed, something's clearly changed.
Mate, I told you, last season, the atmosphere in the crowd changed 100%. Yeah, it's now a case of like when we were going 1-0 down to teams or 2-1 down or whatever, like when we did against Tottenham, when we went down to other teams over the course of the season at home, it was a case of we went 1-0 down to Liverpool as well. The fans didn't start jeering and booing and go, oh, fucking hell. It was like, come on, lads, let's get on it. Let's go. Yeah, and get fully behind them. That weren't there previously. So long may it continue, man, because we're going to start climbing up the table, hopefully. And boy, trust me, the highlight of the game for me, as much as Ceballos was man of the match and he was 10 out of 10, yeah, Pepe nuts in Ben Me, bro. I swear, I'm going to go and knock one out in a minute.
I know, you love that. That's your favourite part. That's your favourite part of the game.
And trust me, I'm not like Danny Welbeck. I can finish a wank.
I just got an image. Anyway, on that note,
fuck off.
Let's wrap it up. Please do stick a like on this video before you bounce. I'll be back on Lee's channel at 5:30.
Yeah, about an hour from now. About an hour. I'm going to go and do my player ratings in a minute as well on my channel. So yeah, man.
So that's thinking nicely. By the time you've wrapped that up, you should be ready.
I haven't eaten today yet, man. Fuck it all.
We've been active. Me too. I've not eaten either. We've been.
I'm going to go and order some food. Then I'm going to do my player ratings. So yeah.
All right,
nice
brother.
Thanks for having me on again, bro. To everyone who watched.
Your family, you're more than welcome. I'll be back again. Well, gosh, later in the early hours. Actually, me and Ola are going to be watching UFC, kicking it. I know, gosh. I know Ola's gone to the game, so he's going to be hella drunk. That was funny as fuck. So, yeah.
Kicking off.
Yeah, do catch it. And
what time's the UFC start? Stupid o'clock.
Stupid o'clock, bro. We'll be up at 6 still doing this shit.
No way. No wonder you didn't get out of bed until fucking gone midday today. Yeah, you were like, yeah, let me know when you're ready, bro. Yeah. And I was like, I suppose I'm
sleeping. Real talk.
I can't up until gone 11 anyway.
Bro, 11's early for you. I've messaged you sometimes and you're like, bro, I just woke up and it's like 2 p.m. Lee enjoys his weekends. He enjoys his weekends. Let's put it that way.
I'm sat on FIFA till 2-3 in the morning, yeah, and I have to have at least 10 hours sleep. Otherwise, I feel fucked. So yeah, it's all good. Anyway, all right. I'll catch everyone in a bit, and we'll see you later.
Shout out to Gracious Greek. I see you, bro. I see you there. Thank you for that. All right, no problem. I'm going to end this broadcast now. So we out of here. We'll catch you guys soon. Take care. And Lee.
Unai Emery in forever, baby.
There you go. We out. Take care. Peace.